We good? Connected here?
Hey, yo, I think we good. Yes, sir, we good. Hey, yo, welcome back to Thomas Talk to Flash Not On. Is that cool? Did it look good?
It looks fine without it.
Hey, we
without
back. It don't
light
even
supposed to be
matter.
on?
No.
It don't even matter.
It's
Look,
connected.
we back here tapped in with Thomas Talks, of course, with your host, Chris and Nico. And we got our special guest here, Charlotte.
Gottfried.
Hey.
Charlotte Gottfried.
Gottfried.
Gottfried. What do you want to call her?
Because you know we don't do that, of course. We don't.
We don't fry girls.
We don't fry anything at all.
Yes.
Maybe except for chicken, because
Yes.
you already know how that. Yeah. back to the topic. Charlotte,
Yes.
glad to have you out here.
Thank you. I'm glad to be
hey,
here.
how'd you hear about the podcast, man?
Nico, because it's Nico's channel. Nico
And
actually.
Chris's.
I'm sorry.
Well, I didn't know you. I didn't know who you were. You didn't even tag him. I was trying to find his YouTube.
I posted the same video on his YouTube. I helped him.
Yeah, but I couldn't find it. You didn't tag him in
I'll
the
tag him.
description.
I'll tag him with the next one.
Okay.
We're not doing him like that. We're not doing him like that. Anyway, Charlotte. I met Charlotte at the beginning of the semester last year in astronomy.
Yes.
That class was very rough, and she is one of the smartest people I know when it comes to stocks, when it comes to videos. She is the person who helped me start this video.
Kind of.
Yes, she does. She's full-time with stocks. And she has 600 subscribers on YouTube, so if you would take a moment and please go like her YouTube. I'll probably put the description somewhere up here.
Subscribe to my YouTube.
I'm like mine, of course. I mean, cause
I'll throw his up here too, because show some love to my boy Chris, even though he has more subscribers than me.
barely. Oh yeah.
But back to you, Charlotte.
Yes.
I want you to walk us through what got you upcoming on swimming, because she was a Texas swimmer. We had a Texas athlete here yesterday. She was a Texas swimmer from a little girl all the way up to high school, and now she's here at the University of Nebraska.
Yeah, I don't swim here though, so I'm a NARP, which they think is hilarious.
What does NARP mean? Whoa, NARP.
Let's describe NARP.
What is a NARP?
Yes.
It is a student that does not do athletics for like the school.
So what's like the what's like the breakdown? It's like what's it?
I don't know.
Non-athletic regular person.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
that sounds about right.
Yes.
That sounds about right.
Hey, you're a NARP.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So
Yes, but
I
the
go
coolest
to the
NARP
gym.
I know.
I'm
Yeah.
strong still.
Yes, the pull-ups. She loves pull-ups. That's her
Yeah,
favorite lift.
Yeah. So I started swimming when I was probably like 2. It might have been younger, might have been a little older. I don't know.
2?
But it was like I was learning to swim, right? And then started doing through Finn Swim School. I like started learning all the strokes and stuff, because first you just learn how to float, but then I got like started to swim and do all the different strokes, and then I
do you mean by
did
that? I'm
summer
sorry.
league. What?
Oh, no,
What's going on?
No, I saw my mom was calling me. I thought I
Oh my gosh. Okay.
No, you're good. Keep
We're
on.
good.
Okay.
We're good, guys.
So when I was 6, I started summer league, which is like I don't know if you'll have that for anything for running or anything.
Yeah, there's stuff for like
anything
little kids like that for like other sports too, but swimming is crazy.
It's just summer, and then you do like little dual meets with different neighborhoods and stuff like that. So I did that till I was 11, but when I was 8, I started USA Swim. So that's yeah. So well, it wasn't like USA, but it's like no, I wasn't on a national team.
All right, cool. We back. My
Okay.
bad. Here we go. Charlotte, continue.
Okay, so USA Swim, that's just what they call it for club swim, you know. Started actually racing, like summer league I was racing, but it was just over the summer versus the neighborhood kids. This was like actually going to club meets and everything. And then I loved running for a little bit. Like I did some 5Ks. Like,
Hey, that's me. That's
like,
me.
did y'all have like joggers club in like elementary school?
Joggers Club?
Like, they had a little kind of track for us, and every 6 was a mile. And I just went crazy. I brought extra clothes because I would get so sweaty, and people would make fun of me, like, but you could, like, move your little sticker around. They had, like, different mile clubs, and I was, like, all into that. Anyways, and then the beep test. I would do the beep test during choice days.
I used to go too hard on that beep test.
Yeah,
I think I have like
that's what I'm
the
saying.
middle school record, bro. I have like 136. I was going crazy.
And then, okay,
This is terrible.
so I did some triathlons because my dad was into triathlons. My dad was into running too. Like, my dad's done the Boston Marathon and everything. So
Athletes.
he did a couple Ironmans.
Ironman's like 50 miles, right?
What?
Ironman's like
Ironman?
50 miles, right?
The Ironman's like way more than that.
75?
No, it's like, hold on, I can't believe I'm forgetting right now, but it's a 2.4 mile swim, a 112 mile bike, and a marathon.
Oof.
So yeah, he did that. Anyways,
Oh, no.
I did some triathlons. I did some like young kid stuff. I did some sprint stuff. Got some medals from that. But then when I was 10, I almost made tags, which was like the kid state for club stuff. Mm-hmm. So I almost made that. I did time trials, like multiple in one day. I was like point something off in 100 breasts. So I was at 125.
Walk us through like how like these distances. So you said the 100.
Okay, so 100 is not in what you see in the Olympics, right? Mm-hmm. It's back and forth through like this small, like it's 25 yards.
Right.
So 4 times.
Got you.
And then
bro,
that's breaststrokes.
That's
this one.
Pool distance.
So
can't do that.
That was 125, and then when I was 11 to 13, I kind of plateaued in that, and I started doing distance like free. So I would do like 500, 1,000. I did some miles.
That sounds terrible.
So, and then after that, I think I was in like 8th grade. I had a shallow water blackout. So this was when I was like yeah. So
oh shit.
One of my coaches, which wasn't my main coach, this was like he was like a sub for the day. Mm-hmm. He told us, I think it was like a get out swim or something, but he was like, okay, I want you all to try and go as far as you can without breathing. It was completely voluntary. It was completely voluntary. We do a ton of breath work, so I was like,
voluntary.
Matt would not be there.
Right.
So I was going. My brother was going, so obviously I wanted to beat my brother. But so I went. I did a 50, and then I was like
holding
feeling,
your breath.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
no.
we do this all the time. So that like last year we would do 50s all the time, no breath. But
right.
This was when I was like younger, so it was like a bigger deal. But shallow water blackout, basically, like if you're breathing really deep at the beginning, right, like before you go,
right,
then if you breathe out too much carbon dioxide, it doesn't tell you, like you don't get that, like, you know, like I don't know if y'all have ever tried to like hold your breath underwater before.
I don't think I can make it 50 yards without.
You get like contractions like in your diaphragm. So basically, that's when you know you need to breathe. But I didn't get that because I breathed out so much carbon dioxide. So I thought it was fine, and then it was just like tunnel. I was gone. So
I was gone.
Then no, like I literally passed out.
In the water,
like underwater.
Well, I wasn't really underwater. I had come off the wall, and then like one of my friends had saw me like kind of. I was
bobbing in a way.
No, I was still swimming. I was just swimming like a little baby. Like I was swimming like this.
No way, you're unconscious.
Yeah, and then my friend like pulled me out of the water.
Oh, God.
My mom like freaked out, took me to the hospital. I was fine.
Jeez.
But yeah, that made me like very hesitant to do breath work in the future. But
I passed out during a cross country
We got back
race.
into that. Like how? Like how'd you pass out?
Y'all not know
like,
when to stop?
Oh, listen, it was my first ever cross country race, and I thought, I was a god, and I was running, and I was 2.8 in, right? Because I had a watch on me, and I'm winning, and I'm like, oh yeah, football player via cross country run, I'm going crazy, screw these skinny guys, right? And then 2.8 hits, and I thought it's the end of the race, so I start slowing down, and then coach is like, you got 400 meters left, because I was at 2.85, and I'm like, oh, so I'm literally moving, right? And like everything just started like getting blurry, bro. Like my breathing started like slowing down, my vision started getting skewed, and like next thing you know, like I'm good, and I wake up and I'm on the ground, bro. And then all I hear is feet. Do, like at least like 30 people pass me, and I'm crawling at this point. I hear my coach, get up.
It's
something out of a movie, bro. And like I'm like, huh? I like get out of my freaking daze, and I cross the finish line, bro. And I try to like play it off, and I was like, it's because I had a mask on my neck. And he's like, no, it's effing not. You're just like, you should be in the hospital if you passed out. And I'm like, oh man, that was the worst day of my life. But
like,
yeah, that's the only way. That's the only way I can compare it to.
But I mean, I get lightheaded all the time. Like I don't know if y'all like. I will literally stand up, and then I have to like grab onto the door.
You got
I get
low
that
iron,
sometimes.
girl.
Yeah.
You
Like,
got low
I lose all my
iron.
vision. I lose all my
Iron
vision.
pills.
Everything. Like I take iron supplements for it because.
Yeah.
But
That's
yeah.
what that is.
So
Woozy.
yeah, and then this kept happening, not in the water, but like it happened during a pep rally one time because like I played
God.
saxophone. I played saxophone. I literally was playing saxophone, and then I was like, okay, I can't see anything. I'm gonna
I
go
can't see
blindly walk out and find my band director, like out of like the whole band. And I was blind. I couldn't see anything. I was like, I'm about to pass out. The nurse comes out with a wheelchair.
Not the wheelchair.
Yeah,
oh,
I couldn't
God.
see
Ready.
anything.
At least she was
But-
ready, bro. Brad would have been like, oh, you're good, you're good,
No.
you're good. Waited a little bit, strolled over there.
No, this happened like a whole bunch of times.
Are you good?
I'm good now. It hasn't happened since like freshman year of high
She's
school.
good.
So,
She's good.
Yeah,
but
right.
it happened multiple times in like that 1 year, so it was really weird. And then freshman year, I went crazy in swim. So
Yes, let's hear about that.
I had this new coach, Coach Hunter. He had swam at A&M.
Texas A&M?
Huh?
Texas A&M?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was
should've
really
went there.
fast. He coached us. Really, I like learned how to love swimming again and like love like pushing myself again once he was my coach. And then I dropped like 1 second each 100 breast I swam. So
Wow, that's a
I started
lot
at
of
like
time.
121, and then I went all the way down to 114, which like it's not even that fast, but it like for me to drop that much
That's a lot
in
of
that
time.
amount of
Sure,
time,
Right.
like that was really like my like breakthrough. And then that winter, my coach was like, okay, we're doing no desserts. You can't have any
No
desserts.
desserts.
So, like y'all are probably like, that's not that bad.
No, that's
But
terrible.
we were.
That sounds
terrible.
awful. What do you mean?
I was obsessed with these
depressing.
these like dried apple crisp things because that was all the sugar I could get.
Oh, I was like,
So-
it's
So, well, I mean,
I had a dry apple and I didn't forgive myself.
no, okay. So then the toe surgery. So
Oh,
I
yeah.
had an ingrown toenail when I was in marching
My
band.
little brother got that. That was tough.
Yeah, no, I'm about to have to
So,
do
like,
it again
do
on my
your
other
toenail,
toe.
like-
So
Wait, your other toe is ingrown too?
yeah.
Oh,
so
God.
like, does it like curl? How that
It-
work?
It just like grows like, even though it's supposed to go this way, it goes both ways, and then it grows into your skin.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Oh,
I had
Yeah,
to
that's-
get surgery on my toe. My brother just had the surgery too. My mom had it. My grandpa had it.
oh,
so.
that's
genetic.
hereditary.
Yeah.
What?
Okay. Yeah.
That's
Pass it
But
down the
actually,
line.
more people get it than like you think.
Yeah.
Like you just have to
My
ask.
brother got that. That's tough.
But so that was from marching
Your
band.
toenail is folded.
We would do like 18,000 steps for marching band,
Oh.
and then like combined with my like dry land in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we call like running stuff and like lifting. But then also I started watching Cody Miller vlogs because after this toe surgery, I would have to get up and soak my toe in Epsom salt at like 4:30 in the morning because I would have to be at practice at like 5:15.
Yeah, you guys
Which
you
means-
guys practice so early, dude.
Yeah,
The swimmers here practice
'cause
early.
we like I like to leave at like 5:05, 5:10, and then like I had to get up at that time to soak my toe for like 20 minutes, and so Cody Miller started. He's an Olympian, but he's a breaststroker too. So like that was his event, and I would watch. Like he started his vlog, and he trains at Indiana. So I would watch this vlog while I was soaking my toe, and
4:30 in the morning.
yeah,
Every day.
and, yeah. Well, I would like rewatch old ones when it wasn't like it was
That's
like
a
Wednesday
main
morning.
viewer right there. I know
Right,
one of those,
right.
bro.
Exactly.
So-
Dedication.
so
Watch
that's-
our videos at 4:30.
That's
For real.
why I ended up like starting my YouTube channel because I was like, you know what, I like these. Like I hadn't realized before that like really fast people actually had to go through the same pain I was. So like I don't know why, but I just thought like, oh, they're just really fast. Like
Yeah, I
they
think
just got
that-
it easy.
Right.
But he would like always talk about like I'm dying during this practice. Like, I stopped watching him because he started making them for more, like, younger audiences because that's who buys the merch and everything.
Right.
But, like, that's the main, like, audience that will give you, like, money and stuff. But at the beginning, it was more, like, just him to his, like, friends kind of talking, right? And so that was really what motivated me freshman year. And I really, like, I like training more than, like, racing and competition. So...
Are you the same way when it comes to, like, you like training more than...
Hell no. Bro, like, my training is sick. Like, oh my gosh. My thing, when it comes to training, okay, some things I like doing. If it's short, if it's super fast, if it's something high intensity, explosive work, I love it. But once they start throwing the 200, 250, bro, first time in my life we had to do a 300 practice yesterday. Once they threw that in there, bro, no.
Game over?
No.
Well,
no.
the thing is, it's like different. So my club team, once I moved up to the national group, which was at the beginning of junior year, once I got my sectionals cut, which I'll talk about.
Your what?
My sectionals cut.
Oh, I thought you said...
Yeah, sectionals. I was like, what happened? No.
Bro, are you like... Is this something... I mean...
Okay, so once I moved up to nationals, that was like... Those practices were honestly, like, too much for me to the point where it actually made me, like, a little worse in my area of swimming.
You said, nationals. Like, how old were you? 15, 16?
Well, I didn't actually get the nationals cut. It was just you could move up if you got a sectionals cut. So, but I was, like, training with all the kids who went D1 and everything. So, but that was really, like, I couldn't really give my all during those practices because I was just trying to stay alive.
Yeah,
like,
survive, bro.
So,
I feel that at another level.
So, like,
don't help.
The high school practices were really, like, my thing because I was one of the fastest girls. Like, one of the other girls I would train with, she just had different events than me.
Right.
So we were pretty much at the same point. Like, we both liked freestyle, so we would, like, go and race each other, like, on the other side of the lane. Like, we would split the lane instead of circle swim. Anyways.
And mind you, this was at a Texas high school. And what was your graduating class again?
It was over 800. So...
That's bigger than Clayton's from yesterday. He said he was like 600.
Yeah, and now it's even worse. Because I started at a school that had, like, they just started. So we opened the school freshman year. And then, like, my brother's class right now is, like, at, like, 1,000. So,
oh, my God.
Yeah. So...
You're packed.
People here are like, oh, yeah, 82.
He's crazy.
15. 23.
Yeah, no, when I first moved here, that's why I was like, dude, you're... What?
That
Your
makes
whole
no sense.
school is, like, 1,000 people.
But yes, you had to beat out all those other girls? That's valid.
The thing is, there weren't even that many other girls at my high school that were, like, at the level that was, like, sectionals.
Exactly.
Elite.
Well,
Think about it, that's
I don't
out
know
of
if you
800
call it
kids.
elite, but it was, like,
Elite, that's elite.
Well, I never even made it to state, that's the thing. So...
There's a lot of people.
Exactly.
Okay, so, like, there
Props.
weren't many people that were, like, sectionals level.
There we go.
So, I would just, like, race her, and I'm trying to think where I was doing really good there for a little bit.
It's all right. It's all right. You know, it'll be like that.
I'm trying to think of where, like, I can go.
Hey,
Bro.
Well, here,
now.
let me ask you something about, we'll transition a little. Let me ask you a little about something about YouTube, okay?
Okay.
So like I said, back to the 600 subscribers. And by the way, this is the person who inspired me to do YouTube too. Both of these people, actually. Because Chris, in December, he made a video about, I was in his video for like some little track thing. And I was like, you know what? I want to start a YouTube channel. And she helped me make my thumbnail for the first one and tell me what software to use and everything that I could do on my Mac. So just want to let you guys get some background. This is the person that helped me start, so we got to hear the origin and where it came from. Props, indeed. So let's hear it. We know what made you start YouTube.
Yeah.
Like, going into, like, your videos are obviously about, like, swimming and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And basically, like, what I'm trying to ask is, like, how did you keep going? Like, what made you want to keep going on YouTube? And, like, you know, you dropped it for a little bit, but, like, what pushes you to keep going on YouTube?
Well, okay, so... It was really just capturing the memories of, like, my team. So, at first it was like people weren't really comfortable with it. Like I would just walk up to people and I'd just stick the camera in their face and I'd just be like, say something.
That's what I do.
So, but then once it went on, like my team was really into it. So I would like walk into practice, I'd be like, guys, we're vlogging today. And my friend Kaylee would be like, yeah, like give me the vlog. And she'd be like, guys, here's my fit today.
That's how they are now with Timeless Talks. They're like,
Yeah.
give me your Timeless Talks, man.
So it was really just that like team liking watching the videos and making the videos. So then even when we went to the summer zones and then we went to OTC, Olympic Training Center, and like I made like 30-minute videos for those, and like my team is like, yeah, I go back and watch those all the time. So really just that.
Yeah. For the memories and stuff like that.
So like I made a recap video when I first moved into college of like going back through like my childhood, but also like all that stuff. And so like that, like I like cried making that. So
no, I'm telling you, it'd be moving, and like there's a lot of memories within YouTube.
That's right.
How about you? What made you want to start YouTube?
What made me want to start YouTube?
Yeah. What brought you into it?
What brought me into YouTube? Honestly, just getting my lifestyle out there, honestly. Trying to make new connections, trying to network. I love meeting new people. I love networking.
Same.
But when it comes to YouTube, like she said, when I first started it, you know, it was a whole bunch of people thought it was weird. People still think it's weird that every time I'm walking around somewhere, I'm recording or I'm on the phone trying to make content, some this, that, or the other. But like, you know, a big part of my YouTube thing also is trying to like make new friends, make some new connections, meet some new people, and honestly for the memories, like when we were traveling the first time I was recording on our Iowa meet, a lot of people were like, hey, like, you know, what are you doing? Like, why are you making a YouTube video? This and the other. And I'm like, look, man, we don't got this time forever. Like, this is probably the only time we're gonna be out here this year. So let's like make the best of it and let's make memories. I'm gonna record it like on our ups and our downs. And then at the end of it, man, if you want, you could come back, you could show your kids a video. But I mean, we not gonna have this type of memory of it. But when we watch the video, we gonna feel the emotions and experiences that we have from it. So that's why I want to make my YouTube. That's why I tapped in with my stuff.
That's fire, bro.
Yes, sir.
That's I can see like the similarities.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Like
when I would not like. Some meets, I would be like, okay, I just have to focus this meet. Like, I'm not doing a vlog. I don't remember anything from that meet.
Yeah,
and that's, like, sad, because I knew I had a good time, but, like, I can't remember it.
Yeah.
So, and, like, also, it just helped me be able to, like, get out of my head and, like, because like, I was always, like, overthinking
just
everything.
Release all that stress. I agree. I agree. But, yeah, we about to tap out really quick. And what are we about to? What's the next topic?
So we can like cut.
Yeah, this is a cut right now.
So this is
Nebraska volleyball. You want to talk about that, or transitioning to college, or do you still want to talk about high school?
I want to talk about like junior, senior, and then transferring
into college.
Well, like going from COVID, not swimming during COVID, and then how that helped me not swim here, because I had actually thought that I was gonna swim in college and then like go to D3 or D2 or whatever, and then or even walk on to D1. But then I was like, during COVID, I ran. Should we stop or
no? You can keep going. No, I can start whenever.
I bet.
Like whenever you're ready to start.
Well, like, do you want me to keep going?
That works. Yeah, we started.
I don't know.
Touch up on that. You're good.
Okay.
Ready, set.
Okay. So, junior, senior year, really, junior year, I was kind of losing, like, the love for swimming. I was getting a little burnout. And then senior year, I, went and, like, there was COVID at the beginning of, like, end of junior year, beginning of senior year. So during COVID, I, like, couldn't swim because we didn't have access to pools. Like, y'all could go run, but, like, we just did not have a pool. So we bought, like, a cord. It's, like, you, like, attach it to your waist, and then you, like, either can hold it or attach it to something. And you can just swim in place and like a
Oh
little
God!
So I would go over
Like-
to my neighbor's
like
house
this?
and do that, but I did it
Out
one
of water?
time. No, like in the water.
Oh,
but it just
yeah.
keeps you in one place.
Oh.
So I
was
did that
like,
one
I just,
time, and
like-
I was like, you know what, no. So I'm just gonna go run.
Yeah.
So I would run like a little less than 4 miles a day, but then
Jeez.
some days I would like I one day went out and just kept going and ran a half marathon, and then a couple days later I was like, you know what, we're gonna do it again. So I did it again, and I was like, you know what, I don't need swimming. Like,
Yeah, she's built
this
different.
saying.
is the, like, I can get my happiness from doing other, like, athlete stuff. Like,
Yeah.
I don't have to...
Beyond your sport.
Right. So that's what really was like, okay, I don't need to swim in college. Like, I have my other identity. I have photography. I joined yearbook. Yearbook was huge for me junior year and senior year. So did that. And then, what else were we going to go into?
I think you're talking about your senior year, COVID, and then transitioning into college.
Okay. I'm trying to think about, like, how I can...
No, you're good. I can wrap it around.
And but look, you said you was talking about how like you thought you were gonna swim here in college.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean.
So
I
that's
mean,
that's
yeah.
actually why I looked at Nebraska at first. It's
Yeah.
What was
'cause-
for swimming?
Yeah, because they have a women's swim team. So I had looked here. I had emailed the coach. Coach was like, okay, you don't have these times yet. Basically, email me back when you do.
Yeah.
And I don't think I ever got the times. So, but after getting that email back, I was like, you know what? Like, I showed you all I can help the team with. Like, I
Yeah.
showed you these vlogs that can really, like, improve your team's atmosphere. Like, if you don't want me now, I'm not going to keep trying.
Yeah.
So, I was just like, you know what? We're just going to go and visit the campus to visit the campus and tour the college. Like, I'm in College of Journalism.
Yeah.
And I liked it. So that's why I'm here. Like, I applied only to here.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's why I'm here. But I applied to my job, which is I work at the Corn Crib, which is
Crib,
yeah.
okay.
So it's basically socials in athletics. So I applied there in April, and then got an email back in like May. Super excited. That was like finally. I was like, okay, don't need swimming. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like,
That's something
if-
to move on to.
Right. If I do
Yeah.
swimming, then like this is gonna have to be toned down, and I don't want that. That's
Yeah.
my career. Cause like I'm a photographer. Senior year, I did a whole bunch of portrait stuff. Like I was going crazy with that. Like I've done a couple weddings.
Ooh,
So
okay.
like the thing is too with the weddings, like I'm about to do a big wedding in June, but all the weddings I've done so far have been like small.
Yeah.
So like you have to start out with the small stuff,
Yeah. You
or
you
do
always
like
start somewhere. Build your
second
foundation.
shooting and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like my first wedding, I second shot. So like you have to start small
It's
and
like
then
little building blocks.
yeah,
then
and then
eventually-
and then I applied to my job like with that portfolio and with
Okay.
the sports portfolio from yearbook.
yeah.
So that's really
Yeah,
what I do
I
here.
feel like that's what a lot of people don't understand too. Like when it comes to the sports aspect of it, like and you just showed it here yourself. Like when you do sports, that's like people think that's not a lot, but that's literally a job. Like you do that
Yeah.
every single day on the weekends. Like oh my god, it's disgusting. Like you like even like I see football players in class like studying like their
playbook.
plays. Yeah, their
yeah,
plays.
honestly,
They
I'm
have
so
to.
glad I never had to do that type of stuff
Yeah.
because oh my gosh.
Yeah, and it's so like it's crazy though because if you release that, like I'm sitting here like I have like little side thoughts like oh I could just quit track and do whatever. I have so much time on my hands. But like if you stop sports or if you don't have sports in your life, if you're just a student, like you have so much time in your hands to do so much more with your life. Like and it's like it's crazy. A lot of people, a lot of students in general don't realize that. They think we just have all these benefits, we do all this stuff, and we get all these things for nothing, but it's like we're literally putting in the work for it. Yeah. And I feel like it's really good that you got that high school experience, got that knowledge, that background of sports, and even like the higher levels of the sports I gained to go compete and try out on higher levels, just so you could see like the difference of the lifestyles in a sense also.
Yeah, like the end of senior year, I talked to my coach because, you know, like the swim season for short course goes till like middle of March. So right now they're in their like 2-week break. So right now is pretty much when I had talked to my coach, or maybe beginning of April. I was like, look, I have a whole bunch of senior stuff lined up that like I'm not going to be able to edit if I have to go to practice. So I was just like, look, I'm going to come to as many practices as I can, but I'm basically going to work a part-time job in the afternoon as editing my photos, doing some senior shoots in the afternoons. So I would do morning practice, which was, we had like lifting and then swimming like on and off days. And then in the afternoons I would do like 3 days of working and then like 2 days of swim, and then so that's what really transferred me to doing what I do now.
Well, going into what you do now, I mean, of all the people I know, you're one of the busiest people I know.
I'm
like
very busy.
Anybody, like all the time, you're always doing something. I always see something new and exciting on your story and stuff like that. And I remember at the beginning of the year when you first met and you told me you took pictures for volleyball. And at first you didn't really know much about volleyball. And as time grew on, you grew more and more love for the team. And I always see you make super cool like edits and all this stuff you're working on, helping people with their portraits of their team pictures. So like kind of walk us through that and like, you know, that whole process of getting to know the team and building into things.
So I really think that being an athlete myself helped me have like a love for like the specific athletes and getting to know them specifically, because I feel like a lot of people who make content just like make the content as like a cool picture, but I really try to like, especially with the gymnastics team, because I take pictures of them not doing this sport even, and just like after like in between events and at practice and stuff like that, I try to really like show their personality and show who they are. So like we have these 2 Italians on our team, and they're really close, so I try to like show that in the photos, like pictures of them hugging, pictures of them like chest bumping. So cool. Like I really try to show like them specifically, because I feel like that's what makes people want to follow the team. Because like if someone who doesn't do the sport looks at the page, it's just like, okay, these girls do gymnastics, like these are just all gymnastics photos, like cool, but like especially even recruits too. Recruits want to see the team being the team and the team loving each other and stuff like that. So like that's really what I try to do now, and like with all the like special content and stuff like that. Like I don't really do video. I did one video for softball, but I do like design and stuff like that. So like I make Leo reveals, and those like one of the girls came up to me and was like, I want to see like how you do this. And I was like, well, I do this special thing where I take this lens off and then you just kind of like move it around and it makes this cool effect and stuff like that. She was like, oh, that's so cool. Like I love having the athletes like really know what, like be a part of the content that goes out. So
that makes sense. Yeah, I like how you try to get more personal with the athletes, honestly.
Yeah, that means
like,
a lot.
Honestly, like I feel like that's something we're really lacking. I could even say in myself I'm lacking when it comes to content. Like a lot of stuff I do, I mean here recently I feel like I've gotten better with it, or even in the past, but like there was a little area where I was just like, okay, numbers, but I was all like, okay, I can't, like that's not good. Like people aren't just numbers. Like I even hate myself being looked at as just a number on the track team. So like I had a little moment like that, but I got out of it, and now I'm like, okay, like even I was thinking about today, like let me like make a friendship, like let me get like intimate, let me get like real with this person, And then, like, we don't even got to talk about nothing. And if something come up, like, hey, you can hop on the podcast or I can even help you out with something. And that's really what it's all about. It's, like, everyone eating, everyone supporting each other. And I feel like you, like, even, like, with the gymnastics girls, you getting that, like, intimacy, that, like, family bond type thing for yourself and for them is really important for, like, the whole program, like, with Nebraska as a whole, honestly.
Yeah, because, like, people only want to follow if they have, like, a connection.
What is another good topic about Charlotte got real fried?
Charlotte, you get fried?
She is the most
What is that?
good soul person I've ever met.
Charlotte, you don't know what getting fried is?
No.
Have you ever, let's see.
Like a roast?
Have you ever been a part of a roast?
Kind of.
Like at a cafeteria lunch table?
I did.
I grew up on that.
I did a rap battle, but it was really
Stop.
bad. It was really bad.
All right, yeah, tap in. Go ahead.
Go ahead, walk us
really
through that.
bad.
Yeah, walk us through that. What were the lyrics?
What were the bars that you were
lyrics?
spinning to us?
I can't even remember.
Hey,
It was
right
like
now. I
written
got the
down.
ad-libs for you.
I was literally.
Char.
You wrote it down?
No,
Oh
she can't
my
I
just
can't do. I
gosh.
can't.
Dude,
I
she
can't-
plans crazy, dude. Listen, I forgot about this. I should have been talking about this.
my.
Listen, she
freaking-
has this chart on her
Yeah,
computer,
I have
right?
it right now.
Look at,
It's
she's
an
got
app.
an Excel sheet on her phone. Look at this, bro.
This is all
These
my
are all of
assignments.
her assignments.
Oh my.
So I
Can
have
I
it
use-
for
can I
last
use this real
semester
quick?
too.
Can I use this
Yeah.
real
Are you always like this?
Yeah.
Look
It's
at-
like
these
you.
are all
I
of
love
these are
that.
all of her
I can't do
assignments.
that.
This
I
is
like-
the most organized person
Bro,
I've ever met in my
walk
life.
down the hall and I'm like, okay, what do I gotta do today? Okay,
Exactly.
Yeah, that fuck.
I do
forgot
everything on the
that.
fly,
Look,
bro.
I can even mark off that we're doing the podcast right now.
Oh my
She put the podcast on there, I'm
gosh.
telling you.
So she plans so perfectly that she has to plan her lyrics out. I don't know if that's.
Well,
I mean, I guess that's
I
good.
just could not do it like.
But listen,
can't-
you
you can't
planned
do it
out
off
this
the
podcast.
dome.
Like for us, we like set it up. Like we knew we were gonna figure out when we got
Yeah, but
there.
I would not
Yeah,
be
you
able
like,
to-
you
I
you
would
didn't
not
write
be able to
anything.
rap just right now. I can't do that.
Hey,
Oh, I could.
Charlie.
I could start doing
Okay,
some
well,
stuff.
you can do it. I can't do it.
Charlie.
Okay, but yeah.
Fried.
So,
Have you ever been to a cookout? You ever
No.
been invited to a cook? You never been to
No.
a cookout?
like barbecue?
She'll be invited to the cookout after this.
This is where you zoom in on my face, though. This is where you zoom in.
Okay.
Man, but
But-
nah, yeah, we gotta get tapped in with them skills. Why is it that you don't work with track? You work
Yeah, I
with
was
every
telling you
other
that.
sport.
Tell me that
Okay,
you should be start working
so
with
Jack
track.
Coyle works with y'all. Like you've probably seen him.
I've seen him.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I don't know what. I don't know if he just works like and because the track team wanted him, because we don't have anybody on the thing. Like we have a chart and nobody's on the track one besides
God.
communication.
That is
Dang,
messed up.
man, where's
yeah.
the love?
Yeah, I know. So if y'all talk to your coach, I can come.
Who do
I
we?
can-
Who
I
do
can
we?
go.
No, look. This is the issue with that. I just talked to one of our tech guys the other day. Our coach does not he does not mess with technology at all. He has his phone, but that's it. He doesn't do email. He doesn't even have a computer. He doesn't
How?
have a. I don't know. He might have one in his office, but he said he doesn't use it. Like
That's
I'm
odd.
like, yo, how are you?
How do
How
you
are you
live?
that thrown back in the time? Like, bro, let's update a little bit. Let me get you some shoes. Let me get you some AirPods. Like, we could hype some stuff up with it, and then we could get a camera person, get the intimacy, get the love.
Jack Coyle does some camera stuff. I
On
don't
some
even know
roster.
what his like specialty is. I don't know him that well. He
Listen.
worked with us on volleyball, but he did like I think he did video a little bit.
By the time my sophomore year hits, I will be making edits for the track team
Okay.
and being a track athlete. I'm going to help make some cold cut edits that are going to be professional. I am helping with that because I know too much to not try to help, and I know too much as an athlete and what people want to see for me not to step in. So I'm telling you, track and field, Nebraska 2022, I'm going to help with the edits
I'm gonna leave it up to this
upcoming
guy.
this year. I'm telling you,
I
it's going to be
can't edit.
clean. It's going to be clean.
Can't edit.
Come on, man.
I could get the. I can't edit.
Hey, I can't make the TikToks, but I've tried making so many TikToks and
I'll do
none
that.
of them blow up. None of them blow up, bro.
You're like your
It's so
father.
frustrating. You're like your dad.
The only one of mine that blew up was the one about my chart.
But
Yeah.
So yeah.
dang.
Yeah, this dude. What was your most famous TikTok? 200K likes, 500K likes,
1,000,000 likes.
1,000,000 likes.
Yeah.
See, man, that's what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
it was a bad TikTok though.
Oh yeah, I think I remember. Yeah,
it was really bad.
We don't gotta tap into it.
That's good.
But he got 1 million likes on it, bro.
Yeah, 1 million likes.
I don't know
Oh
what
my
it is, so.
God, you
It's
say
a-
you do?
No,
I
she
don't.
don't. We'll show after.
Good. We don't even gotta show it.
We don't have to? Alright, we don't have to.
We even gotta
I just
show
stumbled
it.
upon it one day. I was like, oh, okay.
Oh my gosh. Like, disgusting. Disgusting. But, yeah, what's your lifestyle like? Like, what are your classes? What you be
Yes,
taking?
walking to class. You
So-
put it on there. What is it like walking to
Yeah,
class?
walking to class.
Your
class.
thoughts walking to class and going to
Um,
Or
class.
is it just
Well-
you gotta plan your thoughts, or is it just like
You playing those too?
Is it regular?
Well, like I listen to audiobooks. I listen to podcasts.
Our podcast?
Like
She does. She
I
pops out.
literally listened to the podcast that you posted, the one I commented on, the first one. I was literally listening to it as I walked to softball.
Yes.
I like clicked on it. I was like, okay,
Here we
stick it in
go.
my pocket. Let's listen to
How
it.
was it?
So
You like it?
yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
That's
This is what
why
she
I
hears.
commented. That's
She's
why I
tapping
commented.
Like to hear.
That's how we get more people.
Yes.
So
Here we go.
like I was even going to talk about the book. So
The book.
Whoa.
So I read Atomic Habits, I think like a year and a half, maybe like a year ago. And then I just reread it like a month ago, I think. Really recommend this book. Like,
Atomic Habits.
I
so
don't think I've ever finished a book.
probably, well, I just listen to them. I don't.
Oh,
I
like
don't
they're
read them.
ebooks, like you said.
Yeah, audiobooks.
Oh.
So that.
I don't think I ever finished.
So Atomic Habits, one of the main things that I learned from that book, that like I literally thought I had come up with it because I implemented it so well into my life that I thought that I had just like had this moment where I had thought of this thing. No, it was from this book.
Dang.
So basically, if you want to start a new habit, you have to think of the type of person that does that habit, and then you have to say, I'm the type of person that does this.
Hold on,
So-
run me through that, because that just like
So if
I
you-
tried hard.
Yeah. How?
like, what's something that you want to have a habit, like, to do? Like, what's something that you want to do?
It was something that I want to do.
Yeah.
I want to go to nationals for track.
Okay.
Habits, Chris.
What,
Yeah.
dude, bro?
Yeah.
We
Like,
oh,
what?
God.
So
Oh, what
to-
habits?
So-
No, that's a goal. You're like a habit, like
So-
everyday type
Oh.
thing.
when you want to go to nationals, what's one thing you can do every day that you don't already do that will help you get there?
Stretch.
Okay, so you're like, okay, I want to stretch. I'm the type of person that stretches every day. And you just say that in your head all the time. So, like,
Just keep repeating
one
it.
thing that I do is, like, I walk up the stairs every single time. Like, there was
Like,
one
no
time, like, a
elevators.
week ago that I didn't walk up the stairs, and it's because I had a giant box in my hand and I couldn't even see, like, my feet. But every single time I, like, see the elevators on floor 1, no. We're going up the stairs, and I'm like, I'm the type of person that goes up the stairs. It always works.
You live on level 3, right?
I'm
so
the
Yeah.
type of
that's 4 flights of
person.
stairs.
So I'm the type of person. That's what you started off with.
Yeah.
I'm the type of person that. There we go.
Yeah.
I'm the type of person that. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm the all right. Shit, I messed up again.
And then the other book is Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins.
David
Now-
Goggins.
David
I read half
Yeah.
of that book.
Yeah,
I read
okay.
that whole book.
Okay,
Come
yeah.
on, bro.
I don't know what happened.
just-
I lost it.
I just finished it again.
Again?
I read it again.
I like
Like,
that
I
book.
finished
It's a
it
really
a second
good
time
book.
like a week ago.
10
So
out of 10.
it's
Yeah, David
that
Goggins,
book
that's my
is
guy,
so good.
Man. He really is.
So, but I listened to the audiobook, and then on the audiobook there's like separate little stories because
Right.
there's another dude that reads it, and then
I want
they
Goggins
like
to
talk
read it.
I want
about.
Goggins to
Right.
read it
Well,
too.
he talks about like other stuff while the other
Wow,
like
yeah.
So I mean,
Whenever I
still
wake
get
up
to
at
hear
5
talk,
a.m. and I'm working out, I think of David Goggins. I'm up and I'm like, but David Goggins is up before me, and I need to
Yeah.
be chasing him. Like every run, every workout, I'm thinking about David
David
Goggins.
Goggins.
The most
My body
motivation-
hurts. No,
No, it doesn't.
it does
No, it
not.
doesn't.
You're lying to yourself.
Who's
It's
gonna
your
carry the
mind
load?
being weak.
It's 40%.
40,
You're
yeah.
only at 40%.
Exactly.
Bro,
when you're
fuck
dead, when you think
no.
you're dead, you still have 60 to go.
I don't know about that, bro. Because like when I'm telling you, like let's revert back to yesterday. I think it was, bro. We had 2 300s. And, you know, a lot of people. No, the fact is we had a 300, 2 fast 100s, and then between those is like 3 minutes rest, and then another 300 after 5 minutes. That second 300. Bro, it bent me over. I don't know if it's because I started too slow, but no, it was bad. I
But-
finished the line.
If your coach was like standing at the end of that 300 and was like, keep going.
I finished.
No, but would you like keep going though? If your coach was like, you're not done. Keep going. Because, like, that would happen all the time during practice. Our coach
going?
would just be like, you know what? We're not doing this. Like, we're doing this again. Like, I didn't tell y'all this, but we're doing it again. Would you be able to? Yes, you would be.
I would be able to, but here's my thing, man. This is my thing. Like,
would you ever die? No.
This is my thing. This is what
even
gets
if you
me.
Walk.
But this is what gets me. Like, this is what like gets my mind activated. I'm like, what is going to help me get to that next level? Obviously, I don't know because I'm not at that next level already.
Right.
Obviously, I mean, I believe one of our coaches knows. I believe another coach doesn't know anything, but I mean, he knows about his stuff. But
keep going.
Okay. But like, so my thing is like, when we're doing these workouts, I like to see, okay, how can I do the best I can? How is this going to benefit me in my competition day? So if we were to get to a point like that, if I'm running a 300 and he's like, keep going. That's what I'm going to hit in my mind. It's going to be a nice little, like the little fucking electricity. Like, it's going to be a nice little shoot across my mind talking about, what is this helping me with?
Well, yeah, but that's not the point. We're talking about if you're at...
That's not what Goggins is about, but that's where I'm...
But that actually, that's a good point, because, like, what I do now with just, like...
And I'm like, wait, what am I doing? I'm sorry.
With just, like, lifting now, I go to the gym for, like, 30 to 45 minutes. I do whatever I want to do. I will, like, even if if I just did arms 3 days ago, I will do arms again just because, like, that's what I want to do.
Yeah,
and, like, I obviously keep it, like, level, and I do other stuff, too. But if I want to do that, that's what I do because that's what I'm in the mood for. And I will go, and I will push myself. I will be like, no, you're doing another one, and I'll do the other one.
I like that.
But the thing is, like, once I'm done, once I know, like, I've maxed out, like, doing more is not going to help me, like, I will stop. And that's awesome because I would be pushed past, like, actually helping me before, and I would be, like, lightheaded, and I'd have to still keep going. But that's not going to help you because you're not able to...
Do it at quality.
Right.
Quality is diminished. Once quality is diminished, it's
then
over.
You stop.
It's
right.
over.
Exactly.
That 300, like, there was no quality.
But listen, for me, there's times where I'm running, right? And I'm feeling so good, I don't even check my watch. And I'm running, and I'll check my watch, and I'll be going some, like, ridiculous pace.
Yeah.
And I don't even know. Mentally, I don't even know.
Yeah.
Like, it's so weird to me because, like, it was this year a track that made me realize, like literally what we're doing is we're working out our bodies to get to, like, the best potential possible. Like, there's going to be days where your body is just wired to the point where, like, you can do anything.
Literally.
And there's some days where your body is just exhausted for no reason. You can get your 8 hours, you can eat everything, drink enough water, and you still won't perform because it's how your body is. Like, if you think about it, like, your body literally is, like, everything.
Yeah.
It's literally everything in
It's
track.
your temple.
It's your temple. And it's just crazy to me that, like, your mind, like, that 40% rule, like, I honestly think it's true.
I think
like,
it
if
is
somebody
true.
was chasing, like, if I just finished an 800 of my new PR, and there was somebody behind me and with a gun, and he was chasing me and said, if you don't run another 200, like, you're going to die. Like, I'm finishing that next 200 as fast as possible.
Yeah.
No matter how dead I am. Like, I think it's real.
Well, it's just like if you were running across the woods and, like, a wolf was chasing you.
Right,
You
I'm
have to
moving.
keep
Yeah,
going.
you got
Like,
to.
You have to.
You're not...
It's
you're
life
not,
or death.
Right.
And your brain
So-
just thinks differently. It's fight or flight.
Yeah.
That's true.
I'll tell you that 40%, 60% might be crazy. I don't know, 60 more percent. That's wild. Okay, that's wild.
That's the thing too. Like, do y'all get, like, runner's high? Because when I would be in practice, and if I was doing, like, really good, or even if I wasn't doing really good, but if I was, like, in the zone, you know,
Right.
I would literally get, like, chills in the water,
yeah.
and that's how I know, like, I'm gonna have a good practice day because I would just be
I feel like
going.
I feel like you wouldn't get it as much as I would because I run longer distances and a runner's high is more of like a mileage thing. But I feel like I run just to the point to where, like, I can feel that. Like, there'll be some times where I'll be in the middle of a run and I just start, like, screaming, bro. I'm like, hell yeah, let's go. Like, I just get so hyped for no reason. And I don't know, it's just like, it's like this feeling of just, like, everything feeling, like, insanely good, and you just have all the confidence in the world. And I cannot explain it, but it's like running a PR and feeling so good. Like, have you ever just ran a PR, like, in the 60 or the 100 or the 2, and you just cross that line and you're just feeling, like, insane? You're just like, it's just like one of those feelings, but, like, in the middle of a run.
I feel like, yeah, it's most definitely, Nah, I have like hype moments.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if I ever got tapped in with a runner's high, but I got
It
like
might be
hella
like
hype.
along the same
moments.
lines. Like I don't feel like you have to
like I never felt that during a race. I only
Really?
feel that during practice.
Mm.
So
I felt mine
like
during
I
a
really
race,
think
I feel
it.
like.
I think it's
I
like
get mine.
really long.
I get
stuff.
hype both.
Yeah.
Depending. Yeah.
I mean,
But
earlier
not
when you asked the
runner's
question
high.
about like what do you like more, like obviously practices or the meets. Like for me, that's a tough one, bro, because the meets are kind of like just getting what's yours type thing. Like
Yeah.
you work every day.
The thing is, I never really like got that. Like I never figured out how to unlock that meet speed. Like it would basically be what my PR was in practice would be my PR at the
Really?
meet, which sucked.
Well,
And
swimming
like
is
that's
tough,
probably
though.
why I didn't like finally get up to the next level.
Yeah. Well, I feel like reaching that goal and like, you know, even like as a little kid who started sports, like, you know, training all day and finally being able to perform and like see that progress, I felt like that was like the thing that kept me going.
Yeah.
Well,
So
mine would be like improving in practice. Like
Mhm.
if we were doing like 15 100s, I would see at the beginning
15 100.
I'm sorry. It's just like the
That
thought of
sounds
that
crazy.
is just
Well,
disgusting. to me.
Underwater too. Oh,
well,
no.
not
Disgusting.
underwater, but
Oh,
like
like actual
freestyle. Freestyle.
Isn't that underwater?
No.
It's-
oh my
your
God,
head
this
is up,
This
but
is
you're-
freestyle. This is freestyle.
Either way,
That's
still
15
hard,
of
but
those.
still-
So like
that's
we would
maybe
do that,
50
and then we would
meters.
do 5 like best average, and then 5 like also like sprint.
Mhm.
So the first 15, like
Yeah.
I don't even know where I was going with this. What did you say?
I was talking about the performances in a meet versus in practice.
Yeah.
I don't even know where.
Man,
Well,
bro.
I would basically be like my top speed would, like I would go like a 105 long course meters,
Uh-huh.
and my top meet speed was like I think I went like a 103 or 102, which was like hardly anything. Like I basically could have gone that in practice because that was like off a push.
Right.
So that's basically like your dive and your
Oh.
tech suit. So like it's basically the same thing if you just convert it. So like that was really sad for me. And then during practice I would get that like excitement.
That high
and then
excitement.
and then at the meet I would just be like, okay, like
Ah,
I guess like
I know what you mean.
like
know what you
I
mean.
never really, besides that like 100 breasts that I got my sectionals cut in, the thing is that I never, like I didn't feel great after that. Like it hurt really bad, but I wasn't like excited after it because I had waited so long to get it because my training showed that I should have gotten it.
Yeah.
You know? So
I feel like that's where a lot of people lose.
The
Like,
love, the
yeah,
sport type thing.
like when you put it in, like you said, that's where you get your results at. We put in so much work, and then you don't see the numbers, and I mean that honestly kill a lot of people. Like when it comes to their sports, when it comes to like, I feel like anything in life, honestly, like
Yeah.
if you work in super hard and you don't get the promotion, like you're just like man, forget it. Like obviously y'all care about me, this that, and the other, or I'm not doing good enough, like as good as I thought, but. I don't know. I feel like at the end of the day, like with that stuff, I mean, that's where you kind of got to separate. You're like, okay, what am I doing this for? You know, what are my goals looking forward? Or what do I, like, what makes me me? Like how we were talking about yesterday, like looking at your perspectives, like from, like track is just a piece of you or swimming is just a piece of you.
Right.
Now, who am I type thing and figuring out
Yeah.
that and then going from there. Yeah.
Well, that's why, like, the discipline that I learned during this, like I was even going to talk about my New Year's resolution. So the pull-up thing, why I'm so obsessed with the pull-ups is that in 2019,
Yeah, I'm
in
serious.
2019,
Okay.
the pull-ups were like a thing. Like I posted a TikTok of it, didn't get anything.
It's all right. As long as you post, consistency is key.
The pull-ups were like I would do it every single time I was in my bathroom because I had one of those like door
Pull-up
frame
bar
things.
Yeah, door frame.
So I would do it every time I was in there, and I would like take like a video of it every so often,
Wanna
like
know
every
something
month
crazy?
or something.
I won't even
So-
write you off, Charlotte. When it comes to
What?
swimming, like I feel like the mentality that you have, like if you worked hard, I feel like you can honestly like walk onto the swim
Well,
team.
yeah, but I don't want to.
Like I know you don't want
That's
to.
the thing.
But
like
if you,
I found my new passion, and the thing is
Uh-huh.
with this is that I can work super hard, and the push past the pain thing helps me push past the boredom. Like all the time, people at work will be like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, I want to go home. And
Right.
I'll be like, no, we're
Tell
going to
'em
push
to come to
past that
track, man.
because that's what's going to separate me, you
That's
know?
true.
Yeah.
Which that never really happened in swim. Like, yes, I finally got my sectionals cut, thank God, because that's what I was going after for, like, my whole swim career. But, which wasn't even that good. Like, I know a ton of people younger than I was that got it, like, way before.
You can't compare
That's-
yourself.
that's-
It's your
right,
journey.
Relevant.
right,
Your journey.
right.
Relevant.
But that's what I'm saying is that, like, thank goodness I got that because that was my one goal.
Yeah.
And then I was able to transfer that, like, my, like, mindset from being so dedicated to these, like, pull-ups all year, and then I decided I was going to stretch all of 2020, like, 10 minutes before bed. And I actually, I didn't keep consistent with that. I did it for a couple months, but I did, like we would stretch before practice all the time, so, like, I was still stretching, but it did teach me a lot about, like, if I felt that I needed to stretch, I would,
Yeah.
instead of, like, saying, like, no, that's going to take up too
Yeah.
much time.
I feel like that discipline too, like that push past the pain or push past, like, I feel like how that translates to your push past the boredom at work.
Right.
I feel like that's honestly, like, important because a lot of people, like, once they hit that level, like, they don't have that those past moments, like the push past the pain moments,
Yeah.
to tell them
Yeah.
to keep going. They just, like how you say your coworkers are like, oh, let's just stop. And then that's just not productive at all. And then that, like I said yesterday, like, time waits on no one, life waits on no one. So honestly, like, when it get like that, like, you just done. You're
Yeah,
done.
like once you
That's not
guys are
good.
in your actual, like, career, like, even with this, like, when you edit this video, you're probably gonna be like, oh my gosh, this is taking forever.
That was us yesterday. Oh my.
But you kept going.
4 hours
because-
after, bro. 4
because
hours after.
You kept going because
We have a goal. We're trying to hit.
Right.
4 hours?
And you have
Yeah.
that, like, discipline, and other people would probably be like, okay, like, let's pick it up tomorrow. And then
We stayed up all night doing
right,
This man took
so,
a whole 3-minute
but
nap.
I'm
that.
trying
Get a
to
3-minute
find
nap in
this-
between. That was my wake up tomorrow.
Oh, for real.
That
I'm
was
trying to
tough.
find this pull-up video. It's, like, really a big difference between the first one I did and the last one. And then these were, like, this kind of pull-ups.
Yeah.
And I couldn't do these ones yet. Now I can do them.
Easily.
So,
I'm big into pull-ups too,
okay,
man. I'd
here
go
it
crazy
is.
on them.
So, that was it, like, first, right? I think this was, like, sophomore year. So,
We can
then,
pull up this video right here.
Yeah, you can just pull it off. So, like, that was in, like, October.
Dang.
So, and, like, now I can do them, like,
He's ripping them up.
easy. But,
Consistency.
like,
Exactly,
after seeing that, like, the
consistency
first one is, like,
Motivating,
I
bro.
could hardly do
Yeah.
it.
I'm saying.
Like, I wasn't going all the way down, anything like that. So, but that was, like, my New Year's resolution that I did that year.
Yeah.
And so, like, a ton of people are like, yeah, my New Year's resolutions just, like, die out in, like, 2 weeks.
Yeah, man,
And
that's
I'm
a lot of
just
people.
like, no.
That's what people at the gym. A lot
Man,
of people die out.
I love it, bro. Like, I go to the gym at the beginning of the year, just look around. Like, I literally go to the rec only because of that. Like,
Oh my
I literally just go. I made a TikTok about that. I just go, though, and I look around. I'm like, yeah. And then I go in a couple months, and I'm like, all right, great. This is a gym. This is a gym now. But it's really sad to see all those people just, like, I don't want to say they quit, but nah, they quit, bro. I hate seeing them quit their dreams, quit their goals. But, I mean, it shows me at the same time that those goals weren't really important to them, like they were saying it, that they were putting on. Because if you really like if you really love someone, if you really want to change something in your life, first of all, no one else could change it but you. But if you obviously stop, or if you're not putting in that time no more, that care or that dedication or nothing like that, that discipline, then you're not going to do it.
I
And
think,
then,
like, the
that
main
shit's
thing
important.
with that is that I think a lot of people don't see results fast enough. And then
Yeah.
they just are like, well, I guess I'm just not a person who can get, like,
Yeah,
big and strong.
they get
like,
complacent.
so, well, like, they give up, but I think they give up because they're not seeing results at all. And they don't think that it's possible to see results because they've never seen those results before.
But it is possible.
Right,
is possible.
right, it is possible. But, like, those types of people who don't finish their New Year's resolution of
Yeah.
going to the gym, it's because they didn't see the results fast enough. Which, like,
2 months.
like, that's
A
not
month?
an excuse, but that's the reason why that
Yeah,
happens,
right.
not just because, well, maybe it's because they're not like disciplined enough to keep going. I mean, if it's like after a few days, but if like week 4 comes around and they haven't seen any like
it's not that
results,
long, yeah, no,
right? Because like like it takes a while into the season to like get back. But I mean, people who have never done like
that's true. They just expect. Before, they expect. And if they don't see, then they don't. Yeah, that's like, I feel like what's important, like, my mom had taught me when I was younger. Shit. Even, like, recently, she always tells me Rome wasn't built in a day. Mm-hmm. So if it's something great that you're striving for, you're not going to be able to do that in one day. It takes time, and it takes time. And then, like, people, they hit me up. They're like, man, what keeps you motivated to keep working every day, this, that, and the other? And I'm like, honestly, it's not really that motivation. It's the discipline, and it's knowing, like, if I stop, then I'm not going to get my goals. Like, that motivation, it's not going to be there all the time. You're not going to always want to get out of bed. Like, you're not going to always want to go do that run. You're not going to always want to stretch at night, nothing like that. But it's just the discipline to know you got to keep doing that stuff in order to reach your top, you reach your peak. And that's what I be telling the youngins. That's what I be telling people. Oh, my God.
Yeah, we gotta start wrapping this thing up. We're probably gonna make 3 parts of this.
Yeah, we're gonna tap into 3 parts of this.
Like, if there was anything else. Oh my gosh!
Yeah. So, I was gonna add on to what you. What did you say?
Okay. So my coach from the national group, he would give us these like talks all the time.
Gatorade.
We would go. We would go to practice, and it would be like completely unexpected. And he would just give us like a motivational thing. But it wasn't all the time about athletics. It was, a lot of it was like, you need to like be a good friend. You need to be a good like member of your family.
Life lessons.
So that honestly, that was a big part that helped me like get all these like sayings in my head. Like you know, I'll just be going about my day, and I'll like literally hear like a voice in my head that's like, do this.
Yeah.
Like,
coaches have an influence, man.
Like all the time. Like I think he had even told us to do this. Like if you see someone you like their shoes or something, tell them that you like their shoes.
Yeah.
And like all the time, I would just like keep that to myself, like not say anything. And then I started like just saying, I like your outfit today.
Made
like
people's day,
and
right?
Yeah, honestly,
and it makes
like
you feel good
like.
too.
Someone told me they liked my sweatpants the other day, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, now I love these sweatpants. Like,
yeah.
So it just, I don't know, that's just a thought. Like,
yeah.
really little things.
Yeah, what I'm going to keep tapped in is, I'm the type of person who, is that right?
I'm the type of person who compliments.
Yeah, I'm the type of person who, if you want to break a habit, remind yourself.
Break a habit. Make a
or
habit.
Make or break a habit. It can be either one. If you're quitting something,
I guess.
I'm the person who doesn't smoke or doesn't drink or whatever you want. Whatever
Drinks
you want.
Water. Yeah.
Drinks water, H2O, agua, all that.
Gatorade.
Stay fueled up.
Yeah, is that what you're trying to say?
Maybe that'll be our sponsor
one day. Another thing is like,
water.
With my food and stuff, like I can't remember what the word is right now.
Desserts.
I think it's like intuitive eating. Like I think that's one of the main reasons I never like really improved in swim, because I wouldn't do the whole like protein intake stuff like that. Like my brother does that. Like my brother will go crazy and just like have protein shakes and everything. I just eat when I'm hungry, and I eat until I'm full, and then I'm like, nope. Like it, even if it's wasting food, it's like no, not like if I can put it in the fridge, I will put it in the fridge. But if it's like if I can't do that, I'm not gonna force feed it, because
got to.
Why though? Because that makes your relationship that makes your relationship with food just
you're
like
talking to a bodybuilder right? You can't tell them this stuff.
Obviously like get your protein.
I know what you're talking about because I had that as a kid, but.
I follow you. I'm just playing.
But yeah, we do gotta start wrapping this thing up though, because it's gonna be stupid long.
And we had a couple malfunctions.
Yeah, that is true.
Hey y'all, it was a great time up here on Timeless Talks.
Charlotte Gottfried.
The
special feature of today before spring break. We're recording on spring break too. Don't get it twisted. We're working all the time.
Every day.
Reaching our goals.
We about to edit this one tonight.
Over spring break, right?
Oh my gosh, why would you do that
Campus
to me?
Campus is gonna shut down.
Why would you remind
What's gonna shut down?
campus.
Oh, tomorrow?
Remind me.
Probably.
Soon,
I
yes,
gotta get food and gas. Oh my gosh, gas is so terrible.
It's okay. We're gonna be fine. All right.
Oh my, not if it goes to 5.
We're good. We're
Okay,
good. We're
okay,
good.
okay.
Anyway, we're gonna wrap this thing up.
Timeless Talks.
You already know. Tune in next time.
Next time.
On the road to 200 subs and getting monetized on
1,000.
YouTube. This is gonna be up on Spotify and
1
Apple soon, by the way.
Oh yeah.
It's almost up.
You're
It's
gonna
almost
use
up in like 4 days.
what's it called? It's not Acorn. It's like
That's most definitely an investing app.
Yeah.
Hey.
We already invested though. We already invested.
yeah.
We'll figure it out though.
Timeless.
Timeless Talks. Word out.